Alright, so last episode we started off by taking on Roma here in the quarterfinals of the Europa League here at home at Selhurst Park. We'd be on hand here to score a goal early on, then we'll get a second goal in the 35th minute here with Rasmus Højlund getting the shot away, but Svilar would save it, but 4-4 to Italy to Mateta, who would once again make it 3-0 here and grab a brace for himself in this game. It wouldn't be done there with one more goal, and Mateta getting a hat-trick for himself in this game, making it fun and will send us through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. We then take on Man City, the game that we had to win to possibly give ourselves a chance at winning the title this season, but both teams would have chances to win it, and later on, Donnarumma would deny Jerome Pinho to see it end 0-0. But in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, Justin Kluivert was scoring absolutely incredible free kick there off the bar and in to make it 1-0. But they would score later with Gittins getting ahead, but we'd then reply moments later, making it 2-1 here. And then the floodgates would open, and Rasmus Højlund will continue his insane goal scoring form for us this season by bagging more goals. I believe he gets a hat-trick in this game that you'll see will make it 4-1 here. And that was the end of the game, actually. But we then took on Frankfurt in the semi-finals of the Europa League, and Højlund, again, would be there. They'd score from kick-off straight away. We'd answer back by scoring a kick-off of our own here to make it 2-1. But they would once again score straight from kick-off here to make it 2-2. But at this point, we then opened the floodgates even more. We scored again with Europa to make it 3-2 to put us ahead in this game. And before half-time, Mateta would score again, making it 4-2. And one last goal in this game will come by Mateta scored again to make it 5-2 and send us through to the final. Let's get into today's episode. And to start today's episode, we've got a must-win game against Spurs away from home in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And you can see we're currently 3 points behind Liverpool, top of the table with a game in hand. So if we do win this game, we go level on points, level on games, and in a good position to move into the title. But that isn't it. We're going to try and win in today's episode. And you can see by the title and thumbnail, we do have, well, as you saw by probably the thumbnail, we have the Europa League as well, and also the FA Cup to try and win. The FA Cup most likely will play with the second team. These two games it will be the first team. Then obviously the Europa League final with the first team. And this game against Liverpool, which could make or break our title-winning hopes. After that, we have Wolves. We've got four or five big games to play in today's episode. Let's get into this one up against Spurs and hopefully get a big victory away from home to keep our title hopes alive. If we lose this game, there's a high chance of winning the title. Trying to weave his way away from defenders. Kluivert through to, no, not Kluivert, Pinho through to Kluivert, who makes it 1-0. The Dutchman strikes. Pinho with the assist. They're very similar heights and building game in terms of like when you look at them from this camera angle. As you can see right there, they're very, very similar in terms of how they look from the camera angle from behind. That's why I got them mixed up there. But Kluivert gets the goal. Pinho, great play there. Mateta did well to draw the defenders out, create the space for the likes of Pinho and Kluivert to run into, and we played the ball through to him, and he scores early on in this game to put us 1-0 up here against Spurs here. And like I mentioned, this is a must-win game. We can't draw this one like we did against City. We need to win it. Brennan Johnson. Maddison forward to Brennan Johnson. Good defending in there from Gehi. Very quickly now, just got sort of panicked there. Brennan Johnson, no. Dean Henderson, good save. Let's go back here to Maddison. Ball in. And that's headed goals by Schick and Henderson. What a save. Munoz. Pinho. Mateta. Here we go. This time I'm going to back him in the race. Mateta running through. Jean-Philippe Mateta. And that's 2-0. We double our lead in Tottenham. Through the Frenchman, who might leave us in season 2 if we get a big offer from a big team. We'll let him go. And similar with the likes of Adam Wharton and maybe Gehi as well. They might leave. But Mateta's one that I feel like could go. Obviously Arsenal and other teams were looking at buying him this season. IRL. Wharton's been linked to the likes of linked to the likes of Liverpool and Manchester United. Gehi to Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool and Newcastle as well. Obviously it was very, very close to joining Liverpool, but the deal fell through on deadline day. As well there, Kluivert, I was hoping Mateta would have made the run there. Pinho, Mateta's now making a move. Mateta to make it 3, and we've got a little bit fortunate there. Vicario should have saved it. And it's 3-0. Mateta scores again. What a season he's had. He started off a little bit shaky. It was a formation at the time that we were using the one striker up front with the two counts behind. We then switched to this 3-5-2, and since then it's been only up. Mateta shanked the shot there. He just sliced it. It wasn't the intended shot that I wanted. I wanted actually a more powerful shot there, straight on into the bottom corner, but He shanked it. It went towards Vicario and it ended up in the opposite corner that I was aiming at. But we take it. So 3-0 up against Spurs here. And if Ange Postecoglou wasn't, and the version wasn't like sacked at IRL, I think it would have been sacked after this performance here from this team. It's Cliver, or it could be 4. Højlund, oh no, Romero saved them there. Højlund into Pinho. What play we're playing here. And Pinho going through, hits it, and Van der Ven did enough there to just kind of put me off there, and I had to hurry the shot. Okay, he could defend him. Possibly a foul there, but the ref's not giving it, so we move on. And Cliver into Højlund. Last chance before the hard-time break on Højlund. Quadruple our lead, no, we can't Van der Ven's there. And that's going to be the end of the first half and the end of our performance in this game, because we're going to sim the rest of it. 3-0 up at half time. A bit of a risk, but it's 3-0. We shouldn't. It's 4-0 in the end. Mateta makes it 4. And a big victory for us against Spurs here. And we go 11 on points for Liverpool now at the top of the table. And well, as you can see, Liverpool dropped points against Arsenal. 1-1 draw, they picked up a point in that game, and we're going to take on Arsenal here away from home. They were at home, so they should have won that game most likely, but Arsenal are third in the table. And if we win this game, we will go top of the table on 79 points, 2 points out of Liverpool, headed into the FA Cup final and then also the Europa League final. And after that, the Liverpool game, where the title will most likely be decided. If we do beat them and we go, 4 or 5 points clear, it's done. We most likely will have the trophy lift at the end of the game against Wolves as our final home game of the episode in the season. Let's get into this one though against Arsenal and hopefully do exactly what we just did against our North London rivals in Arsenal and pick up a very quick and easy victory against them. Arsenal here. We could get a quick start in Mateta through the centre. Could he get to that? No, the pass has gone straight to Upamecano. That's annoying there from Højlund. Mateta over the top, blocked by Upamecano. That should be handball. The rest not going to give it. Gyökeres. Why did it switch? Okay. Pull it wider to Martinelli. Doesn't matter in the end. It's back into Gyökeres. Back to Martinelli, who shoots and he scores. We go 1-0 down. We can't have this. We need a win. We need a win. I mean, we can get a draw, but we then have to beat Liverpool, which we have done in this series. But oh, here we go. There we go. Kluivert. Got to score that, lad. You've got to score that. Martinelli through here to Gyökeres. Dean Henderson, good save, and we should be able to keep that in play. Yes, we did with Guehi. You honestly, since we might finish top of the table or second, what teams in the Premier would we sell him to realistically? Ball through into Yeremy Pinho, who drags it wide. But yeah, back onto that point as we watch this agonisingly close miss. If we do win the league, what teams in the Prem would we sell? Like Guehi, Mateta, Wharton to? We wouldn't sell them to any Prem team. It would have to be outside of Prem, to like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, teams like that, Juventus. Kluivert, the space to rifle one, and Ryan makes a save. We get a free kick. Oh my God. Kluivert, you did it last episode, we saw it in the intro. Kluivert. Can he score another free kick and put his level? Kluivert hits it, and it's just over the top of the bar. Ball across, Timber, good defending. They should have shot there. Whoever that was that passed it across should have took a shot. Why is everyone just congesting this side of the pitch? In here to Pinho, who just took ages to shoot. You saw him take a touch and then line up the shot and then hit it instead of hitting it first time like I told him to. Kluivert, lovely play. Free hit to Pinho this time. Can he put his back level? Pinho does so, grab the ball. This is a must-win game as well. And Pinho should have scored maybe 2 or 3 times in this game, but he scores here. He makes good of this one with a great finish, cutting it back onto his right foot, like he did against Man United a few episodes ago, and rifling it into the top corner. A lovely finish there from the Spaniard. He pulls out a big goal here for us, which, as long as we get a draw, it goes down to the Liverpool game. And that would be worst case scenario, because if we lose to Liverpool, and it's in their hands. All they have to do is win their final game of the episode, or final game of the season, and even if we beat Wolves, it won't matter. If we win here, as the mandate, yeah, that just happened. But yeah, if we win here, then it's all in our hands. in a way. We have to beat. That's a great ball if we can get to that. Oh, forward. That's back to Saka. And what a save that is from Dean Henderson. I don't like this though. Martinelli. Crowd telling him to shoot after he scored the first goal. Wendy. Ball through to Saka. Henderson. Just grab it. It's right there. Why does he just put his hands out like a starfish and just like walks like a crab as well? Of all the great things he's done in this series, man, that's a big letdown from him. And that should have been an easy save. Mateta, get out of the way. Make a run or get out of the way. There we go, Mateta. Raya saved it. Yes, Dean Henderson made some big saves against their counters, but that's all they've done counter. That's all they've done here. Ball to Saka, ball into Gyökeres. And it could be free. Bullshit. It should not be 3-1 to them. Mateta, you've got to score. Is there a chance? Doubt it, because they're just going to be annoyed and keep the ball, and I'm not going to be able to get close to them. Oh no, I knew the game was going to let me down with a pass at some point, and it's going to ricochet around, it's going to go back for a throw in order to keep it. There we go, and it's done. We could have done, but the game played a stupid pass I didn't want to do. And it's over. Why is he still playing out of this ref, man? This is actually pissing me off the fact we lost this game. This never should have been a loss. That's fucking bullshit. I don't swear often. I mean, I don't like to swear in my videos because obviously, but like, how did we lose that game? Yeah, the stats are close, but the game that says otherwise, man. Like, we had so many better chances. They just countered. Ball to Saka, through ball to Gyökeres. That was it. That's all FC25 is for the AI, man. That's what they have to do. An ultimate team. Get it to your winger, through ball to your striker, and you score. I can't believe I actually lost this game. And as you can see here, for the FA Cup final, we're going to go into the game with a rotated team with lots of Ismaila Sarr, Kamada, Lerma, Decore, Ratsaki, and Chris Rush are getting the start in the team with Agehi in the left centre back role due to him having 5-star weak foot. Dean Henderson will be the captain for this game. But I feel like he deserves to lift the trophy for us this season. His performances have been incredible. And yes, he did just let us down in that game against Arsenal. It's been like an hour or two since that. I'm watching the Manchester derby right now. The second half is about to begin. And it's getting to this game. And hopefully defeat Leicester at Wembley to win our second domestic trophy of the season. So at least will guarantee us 2 trophies in this season here, because I think we're going to win the Europa League, but the Premier League is the one that I think we might have just lost after that loss to Arsenal. Then the game against Galatasaray in the final of the Europa League. Mavididi hits it, Dean Henderson good save. Loma. That's into Ismaila Sarr here. He's got Mateta at the back stick, and Mateta how has he not scored? Free hitter for Tawu. The pace running through, and that's good goalkeeping there from Dean Henderson. Just forced him at a tight angle there and forced him to take the shot. All alone, a 1v3 scenario for the Dutchman. Can he do it? He puts it back over the top to Kamada, who is at the post. That's Saki now. Mateta, finesse shot from the Frenchman, and that's gone wide of the post. Hard time break. Canoes to Daka, great defender from the quad, and Diamande just get that out. Just kind of wish he was higher rated. Mateta free to Ratsaki, the young Englishman, could he score? Ratsaki denied though by the keeper. I'm not liking this on Mavididi now. Goes it back across to Patson Daka, and Dean Henderson go save. Like, Daka could have finished from the quad. Diamande gets across. Picture Kamada now. Waiting for the run of Mateta over the top. Mateta, one touch, hits it back of the net. Well, first time I should say, hits it back of the net. It's took it 68 minutes here to to break the deadlock of the game. We should be 2 or 3 goals up in by now, but Man City on the attack here. Haaland doubles the lead for City as we scored this goal here, and Haaland's made it 2-0 to Man City. Chip in Lemens to find the back of the net, but we score here with Mateta to make it 1-0. You love to see it. It's a great attack there from City IRL. Just watch that happen as we scored this goal here. And we take a 1-goal lead here in this final, which you love to see. Lacroix's had a great game, man. Lacroix showing that if we do sell Gehi, that Lacroix can step up. Mateta through. He double the lead, and Mateta, composure, finds a finish. There we go. It's taken us, well, it took us 68 minutes to get one, and not long later we get a second, and Mateta doubles our lead here. A simple but effective finisher into the bottom corner. So like I said, double our lead here, finally beating this goalkeeper for a second time here. He's had a great game. I'm not too sure who he is, but I'm going to search him after this game in the game, and that was a lovely finish by Haaland. I roll chipping the men's in goal. Let's watch the replay again in a slower, what's it called, slow motion version. Well, Daichi Kamada running through. He deserves a goal in this game. Honestly, he's played incredible, and the floodgates have opened. It took us over an hour to score 1 goal, and in the space of 10 minutes we bagged 3. And Daichi Kamada, he's had a great, honestly, he is so good, man. If he was higher rated, I would play him more, but he's only 77 rated. He's such a good player in this game. Stats-wise, dribbling, shooting, passing, and pace-wise, he's pretty good. He's fairly tall as well. He's got a bit of physicality about him. And Daichi Kamada triples our leader. Great ball through by Kluivert to the Japanese international. He smashes it into the back of the net there. Kluivert, looking for Shimada Sada, but Samara intercepts. Ball through to Mavididi. Shot taken near post, wide to the post though. Yeah, Kluivert, who's still injured, so hopefully he's going to not miss the Europa League final. But there we go, the end of the game. The FA Cup has been won. Let's cut to the trophy lift. As City could be on a counter here. Ball to Doku by Haaland. Doku is going to run with pace here. He plays it through to Haaland. And he's just beaten there by the defender, and Lemens gets it back to the United defence. But it's back-to-back FA Cup wins over Crystal Palace. We won it last season, IRL. We won the Carabao Cup and also the FA Cup in the series here to add 3 trophies to the collection. Obviously 1 won IRL, 2 won in the series. And Dean Henderson, he had a great game, making some big saves at one point. But we played so good in this game. We deserved all the goals we got. And we win the FA Cup. And next up is the Europa League. And maybe also the Premier League. And well, Aston Roma just made a massive save to keep this game 2-0 between Man City and United. As you can see, Justin Kluivert in that game broken his toe, so he's going to be out for 2 months, which means he does miss the game against Liverpool and the Europa League final we're about to play up against Galatasaray here. And that means in this game we're going to have to play Daichi Kamada at left mid and Pinho at cam. So I could play Pinho at left mid, but I feel like I do prefer Pinho central, and Kamada can play out wide. I think it will do well for us. Let's get into this game against Galatasaray. We're going to play in our home kit at the Stadio San Hamej, and we're going to switch the kit to the home kit and hopefully lift the Europa League here. That's going to be a ball through to Osimhen early on. And Osimhen does well, and Osimhen hits the ball there. One of their players is Sarah, who shoots. Goes back here to our good defender from Diamande. Pinho to Timber. Timber here can carry it forward for us. Turn back and play a ball through to Rasmus. Haaland over to Pinho just to make sure of it being a goal. And it's 1-0 Palace in the Europa League final. In the Estadio San Mamés, the home stadium of Athletic Bilbao. Pinho scores it like he would have done for Villarreal at some point. A stadium that he's played in many times, obviously when he was in the Liga, but now playing for Crystal Palace. He strikes it for us and puts us 1-0 up here. Sean White did want to keep him down the centre due to his goal threat. Obviously losing Kluivert for this game and also the game against Liverpool is going to be a big one. He's out for 2 months, like I mentioned, and it's a big loss for us, man. It's honestly jarring that he's out injured, but it is where it is. And hopefully Kamada can step up in that position, as we have seen that he can perform well for us in his team. as he meant. They're going to get a free kick there for the advantage. They didn't want to put a player on the floor, but the game's decided to do it. So be hit by Saturday from range over the top of the bar though. To Højlund. Højlund now running through. Can he make it 2-0 here? Rasmus Højlund across goal. He misses. I could have just done the first touch on the Eastie man. Aussie man, good defending there from the quart. Okay, he needs an option not for people to run in the way of him. Pinot to Højlund. Højlund now across to Mateta for 2-0. That's great play. And we take a 2-goal lead in this game. So if we can have a win, my window's open due to how windy it is. I need to shut it again real quickly, but I'll do it after we celebrate this goal here. It's 2-0 here to us. Great play down the left there. Ball inside to Højlund. He plays it across to Mateta for a tap in. Two very simple goals we scored in this game for, like, in terms of the finish, but the way we got there obviously was impressive. And Mateta makes it 2-0 to us here. And Galatasaray have had a couple of chances, but they haven't really doing anything in this game so far. Obviously with Osimhen up front, they can easily get goals at some point, as that's going to be a free kick. You're going to put a player on the line there because that is completely not a BS. You're going to play it short. Hit from range is going to come to Mateta. Takes it down. I can carry it forward for us. Daniel Munoz into Pinot, who's through the Spaniard. Can he make it free? And he's made it free. Well, Galatasaray just haven't turned up properly to this game, especially defensively. They've had no answer to our attack. And we've obviously had some good defending and some great goalkeeping from Henderson to keep ourselves a clean sheet in this game so far. But Pinot runs through. I could have played it across to Højlund there, but I didn't want to risk it. And strikes again to make it 3-0 here to us. But for some reason at this point of the game, my audio wasn't recorded, even though I actually just heard in this episode it was recording completely fine. But for some reason, at the end of this game here, it didn't record the audio, but I can see they would get a goal back in this game, making it 3-2. With Sarah shooting it to make it 3-2 to them. But that wouldn't matter in the end, because we would go at the other end, I believe, here. And you can see Kamada making a good run down the wing here. He played great in this game, Dave Kamada, filling in for Justin Cliver in this one. He played the ball inside, would run it forward with Pinot, play it across to Mateta for a simple tap in once again to make it 4-2 and put us a goal or 2 goals up again in this one here. And then towards the end of the game here to make it 5-2 here in a second, as you can see, ball played through there into Jean-Philippe Mateta, who was on for a hat-trick in this game. And he absolutely rifles it in the top hand corner of the goal here to make it 5-2 and winners the Europa League final against Galatasaray, because we're going to lift the trophy here in a second. I don't get why my audio wasn't recorded for this, but Gehi lifts the trophy. And one thing that I was talking about here is, do we sell players in Season 2, or do we just keep it the way it is and just play Season 2 and just have fun with his team? I feel like that's what I'm kind of leaning towards doing towards the end of Season 25 though. But next game will be the game against Liverpool, as you'll see here in a second. And it's a must-win game for us if we want to win the league title. And you see we are on 76 points out of 78. They played 38 games, so this will be the 38th game of the season. So if we do win this game and then beat Wolves as well, we'll be crowned champions. Against this game though, against Liverpool. Shot from range by Salah, wide of the post though. To Alexis McAllister, back to Cody Gakpo, inside it to Alexander Isak, who shoots and scores near post. Is there going to be a case of the Liverpool game where Dean Henderson makes a crucial mistake that cost us the game? As I've seen that Arsenal game, he should have made a save that would have kept it 2-2. Stopping there, I believe that second goal he should have saved it, but Henderson here just flaps his hands at it and doesn't get there somehow. And 1-0 down, and right now Liverpool are crowned champions of the Premier League if they don't score. It's Pinot. That's good defending there from them. And they've all been good, but I feel like the quad's been the best. That pass was meant for Højlund, but that was meant for Mateta as well. 2 passes in a row that were meant for different people going to wrong players. Love that. Running through here, Isaac being pressured and Dean Henderson, what a save. We can find maybe a way through here with Pino here. Go backwards here. No, I'm not going to take that long shot, but Gravenberch gets the ball off us. Hoyland. Just so compacted, it's honestly jarring, man. There's not a single way through. Every time we find like a small bit of space, they cover it. Alexander Isak. Oh no, the play. Why did it switch me to Diamande? Dean Henderson, what a save. Why did it switch me to Diamande there? Gakpo. Oh no, they're going to make it 2 hit on the Gakpo. Well, if we do so win the Premier League title, then it will be a miracle now, because if we're 2-0 down against Liverpool here. In the game, I've been able to do nothing. Like, when I've had opportunities to maybe get slightly forward, the passing's gone wayward, like it's gone to the wrong players. Or just, my players are just not reacting to the ball like that. And that could be 3-0 here. And there's again Lacroix. It just feels like none of our players are making moves, man. Like, this is a game that we've got to win, and it just feels like our players are just standing there doing nothing. Isaac, Diamande, going to make changes, going to take off. Oh, that pass is meant for Pino, man. It's literally wide open in the centre. Why is it trying to pass it to a player with a Liverpool player in between them? Here's Salah. Probably going to be 3-0 here. It's done. It's done. I've not had a single shot in this game, and we're 3-0 down. Why didn't Ismaila Sarr stop that run there? You saw him making a good run there. I was about to play a ball over the top. Ismaila Sarr scores. Pick up the ball. Don't kick it. Pick up the ball. We need to make it 3-2 very quickly. Ref, that's a free kick. How is that not a free? Timber's literally hurt from that challenge. How is it not a free kick? I'm not liking this. Gakpo. Good save by Henderson. Isaac. Lacroix, what a game he's had, man, honestly. He has been unbelievable. But every time I tried to get a counter, there's like 4 players on me, man. It feels like they've got 25 players on the pitch. Kamada. Through to Ismaila Sarr. He just didn't shoot. If he shoots there when I told him to shoot, he probably might have scored, but that's the game done. Pino, finesse from him. Pino! Yeah, it's done. We've been robbed of the Premier League title, in my opinion. Because like, game against Arsenal should have been a win. And when it's done, Liverpool win the Premier League title. 4-1 here. Let's just get to the menu and do the outro, man. And well, kind of a disappointing and frustrating end to the season here. We do not get to win the Premier League, but we did win 3 trophies nonetheless. Obviously, we won the FA Cup, beating Leicester 3-0 in the final of that competition. We also won the Carabao Cup, beating West Ham 3-1, and obviously also the Europa League, beating Galatasaray 5-2 in that final day. So we did win a treble, but we didn't win the Premier League, and I feel like we should have won it. That game against Arsenal, we should have won that game, which would have put us in a much better position against Liverpool, and we should have won. I think Liverpool, they didn't decide to win, beat us 4-1. I mean, I just couldn't really get anything going in that game. It was one of those where, like, the game just wasn't working for us. I can see Timber's out injured as well. He also picked up a 3-month injury in that game against Liverpool, which is really annoying because that should have been a foul on him if it's still in the episode. He basically got tackled from behind, and it wasn't given as a free kick, and the ref just played on for some reason. They didn't give us an advantage or anything. So him and Clever will be out injured for the start of next season. But in terms of performances, 38 goals and 7 assists from Jean-Philippe Mateta. Maybe a Ballon d'Or contender in November. Obviously, if he doesn't play for us, then it wouldn't be our player if he does win the Ballon d'Or, which would be kind of annoying. Obviously, we would have to see him lift the Ballon d'Or for a different club. But Rasmus Højlund, 31 goals and 8 assists. Justin Kluivert, we saw just how much we missed him in those final 2 games of the season, especially the one against Liverpool, man. 21 goals and 22 assists. Insane campaign from him. Yermin Pino, 18 and 27. Timber as well, 8 and 4. 3-month injury for him is going to be a big thing for us. Obviously, out for 2 months, and also the same for Justin Kluivert, who should be back a little bit quicker. He's going to be out back in 8 weeks, so he'll be back for the start of next season most likely. And maybe the same for Timber, but Obviously, we need to have a big clear out for players next season here and improve this team and make it one that can actually win the Premier League as well. And obviously, if they do settle like Mateta, Wharton, and Gahey, at the same time, I just feel like it's the end of FC25. It's kind of like I kind of just want to keep them, you know what I mean, and just have the series be with the real life Crystal Palace players and make signings elsewhere to improve the team. And, you know what I mean, just be kind of that situation. But we're going to bring Clivert back up here and put him back into the starting 11. And hopefully he'll be back from injury pretty soon. But see, next season we're going to make some big changes to the team, make some bring in some backup players to improve the bench and make it bring in some like impact substitutions. Because I just feel like with the team right now, we don't have the impact substitutions that we needed. I feel like Wilfred Zaha kind of hasn't really done much for us. He's not been bad, but he's not been great. Ismaila Sarr, his actual real life ability doesn't carry over really in game. It's kind of like an awkward one for him. He's decent, but he's not great in the striker role or the cam role sort of thing. Eddie Nketiah, well, he misses too many big opportunities. Raksaki, a good young talent we can develop, and he's looked pretty decent when we've used him. Deja Kamada, great player. Decore, great player as well. Loma, incredible as well. Mitchell, a player we're going to sell in season 2, so we don't use him right now in the team, and he's just kind of a player that doesn't really fit the system, so I might as well cash in on him and move him on. But that's going to call it for this one. If you've gone into enjoyed the season, drop a like and subscribe. Obviously, turn on notifications so don't miss videos, and check out the other SC25 content. I post throughout this game's life cycle. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.